product name, project description, target audience, report requirement, report generated successfully, report successfully posted to Discord. Let's go to Discord, and here we got our report with an internet search, and now we can start working on that. Hi guys, I hope you're good since the last video. A paradigm change. You don't need to know how to code to get your own mini utilities applications done. We have seen in previous video my AI-assisted coding flow and what you need to know. Still a bit technical, you said? Here we will be making a marketing product discovery app from scratch, just telling what we want. You will be interested to see what is the structure of a real one-shot prompt, how nowadays you can use natural language to interact with AI agents, and that you don't need SSO, caching, fancy database flows, etc. Just you can say, today I need to do this. Let's just build a quick app and let's let an agent do the work and go to make some snack with what is left in the fridge and come back to use our application for work or anything else. I have shown that I used Codex from OpenAI, but here I will be using Gemini CLI from Google so that you can understand that you can do the same with other tools. Let's get started. We are in the GitHub repository of Gemini CLI. Here are the different commands to install it. So you need to use Node.js for that. I'm not going to show you how to install Node. Just ask an AI or search the internet. It's very easy to install. And you get npm coming with it. I'm going to use this command here with npx, as I'm already using this for Capacitor, the Android app I'm doing at the moment using Capacitor. Let's make a folder, Gemini CLI test. After that, we're just gonna enter. I'm just gonna zoom in a bit so that you can see. Just gonna show you here, npx is already installed. So when you're gonna install Node.js npm, you will be able to use this npx. And Node version, I'll just show you the version that I'm using, and npm 22.19. I think it's the latest version. Not sure. Yes. I mean, it's the version that I used 3 weeks ago. I installed it 3 weeks ago, and now you just say yes, and the installation is going to start. I just fast forwarded. You get your nice Gemini CLI, ask question, edit files, be specific for the best results. Nice little tutorial. You can log in here using a Google account, which is nice. Gemini API key. We're going to use the authentication with Google, just with your Google account. That's what I'm going to use. And after here, you'll be prompted telling you that you're authorized to use Gemini CLI. Now we are logged in, and here is the CLI. I'm just going to open another terminal, and I'm going to show you a very important file that you need to have in your project folder. which is called the Gemini.md file, which is the prompt. We're just going to go over the different sections of the prompt. Market recon micro app. I provide the goals. Create a minimal app. Okay. So you have nice headings, kind of bullet points. I'm building a Flask app. Input and configurations. You can pause the video to see the details. Environment variables. High-level flow. What must be built. The guardrails and quality rules. The report outline with the titles that must be in the report. The details. The repository structure. Very important to put that. The prompt contracts, template variables example, also very important to put that in your prompt. CLI invocation, the runner, the flow, also very important to put the flow. Result page, download route, Discord posting, all the details, the styling, the initial Python project, the environment variables, examples. Okay, what to implement in Flask, the templates, sanity check, the runbooks, quick start, how to start the app, and acceptance criteria. Very important to put those little check marks. Security and privacy notes, and optional enhancements. So this is a full prompt. That's the first time in this channel that I show you how I structure my super prompts. So we expect to have the application done in one go like that. Doesn't mean it's gonna work. We need to adjust. And here we can see, just type in the / command. You have some commands already present. Compress, copy, docs, chat, MCP, which is just API, init. So when you do the init, you get the Cloud.md file generated after you go inside the Cloud.md file, and at this time you will be able to start writing your custom prompt. I put some stats during the breaks about the channel. Let's go. Now we're gonna enter just a little prompt telling it to read the Gemini.md file. Very simple, and work accordingly. So it's very important to take your time when you're building this prompt, so that after you can just use natural language. You don't need to be technical. Work accordingly, make a checklist, and check in boxes while you advance in the project creation process. You will see this Gemini CLI has some personality. It's very kind of funny to use it. I'll be interrupting it using some prompts, and it will be able to keep going in its work. Just at the beginning, you need to decide if you want to allow it or not. For the purpose of this video, I don't need fine-grained control in each steps, so I'm just gonna say yes, allow always, so that it's gonna do a bunch of work, of tasks, all in once, without stopping every single time, asking me for permission. You see it has started building. Here is the tree, that's where we are. So in the prompt, I'm inferring that I want to use Gemini CLI to do this agent using sub-processes in Python. but not sure it works because this might be a little bit more complicated. When you look at the code here that is generating, so it's showing us what it's doing. We can see first here that is using Gemini 1.5 Pro. I prefer the 2.5 Pro because there is a free tier. The 1.5 Pro, not sure it works. So just so that you can see the details here. Now it's doing the template using Jinja. Here in the repository, that's where you can see Gemini.md, custom context files to tailor the behavior of the agent. We can go in Discord and prepare the server. You can create a channel name. So that we get the connection of the application with the Discord channel name. I'm just preparing everything while the agent is working. It's a bit fast forwarded. Tasks can take more than 20 minutes sometimes. And here you just go into integration after you create a webhook. And you just get the keys and the link. You copy the webhook URL. So this will be put into the .env file with the environment variables. Okay, you can see now there are more files created. Has created the research prompt. Look at the prompt structure with the template variables that we gave in the Gemini.md file. It's perfect. It's quite amazing actually to see it building a full application like that. The requirements. We have the dependencies that we need to install after. We just go into a little discovery while the agent is building the application. Okay, 1.5 Pro. This page we have seen it in the CLI already for the model. You see here is using the sub process because he's using the comments. If it doesn't work, we will just change it. Now I'm interrupting it. I'm writing a prompt. The script generate report is not using the right model. I want to use the 2.5 Pro model. Can you swap it? Maybe I'm just going to be more imperative and say swap it. Swap it. Okay, finalizing the project, reviewing the project. So I didn't send yet my prompt, but you can send it. I'm on WSL. I'm using WSL at the moment as well. Add a file at the root of the project to explain all steps to get that running with UI visibility, as sometimes on WSL there is no UI. So you can just prompt whatever you think of, anything you can prompt. I just need the instructions step by step in a markdown format to have my interns understand how to do it easily. So it's good to have this kind of a file at the root of your repository so that anyone can use it, just following the steps instructions of that file. This is just to show you that if you don't know how to code, you can just write this prompt. You're going to get the step-by-step which command to enter into your terminal until you get the app working. So it's just going to give you all the steps. Here we have the .env example. So while the agent is working, we can maybe start creating the .env file based on this example. I'm just going to copy it. And now we're going to go into the .env file and see if we got those environment variables. Yes. Those are the ones that we have asked for in the Gemini.md super prompt. I'm just going to here put a custom one because this is the theme of the channel. Manga Kisa, Danger, Shibuya, 109, Naruto, no sound. Carrot. And after we just write some letters. This is a very strong Flask secret key. The brand voice, minimalist, trust first, no hype. And after I'm gonna paste here the Discord webhook URL. We went in Discord, we have created this channel. I'm just gonna paste it here. Okay, let's go back to our browser, Google Studio. I'm already logged in. So you just get your API keys on the top right, create API key. And here it's going to ask you what is your project. You select the project that you have. And after it's going to ask you if you want to create a API key. You say yes, and you copy the API key. Okay, very easy. It's not hard. It's buffering. And after you're going to paste it here into the .env file at the Gemini API key. So we get all the API keys, all the secrets. Okay, so the app will be using environment variables. This is how you do in Python to be secure in authentication with your agent and also with the Discord. Okay, so here we see that it has ended the task. The project structure is now complete. The project is now ready for the user to install dependencies. You see the second prompt that I've sent. It didn't interrupt the first task, has swapped the model. We got the instruction file made for us, very detailed, very easy to understand. So we're using Flask. So on WSL there's no UI issues, but I wrote it just like that, just mimicking someone who doesn't know. And at that time we're just going to use the link and open any browser and navigate to that link to see the application. So let's follow the steps of this file. Okay, we don't know anything about coding. We want to create an app. It's telling us to enter this. So let's enter all those comments. I just put the end between. So we create the virtual environment. We source the virtual environment. We activate it. And after that, we're going to be installing all the dependencies. Dependencies are installed. Environment is activated. Let's keep going in this file. This we've done it already. To put the secrets in the .env file. It's telling us here to export the Flask app, the entry point, which is app.py. Okay, we have done that. And after here it's asking us Flask run and port using an environment variable. I never used it like that, but let's just follow the instructions and see that anyone can make an application. Here we go. Little stat for little break. And after we're going to be opening the application. Now it's opened. Nice form. That's all you need. Enter the details below to generate a market research report. The product name, I'm going to call it Wagashi Cake. So wagashi is a Japanese sweet made out of azuki, red beans, sweet red beans. It's natural, it's healthy, it's good, and I like it. So let's make a research around this product. Product description: a Japanese cake using Japanese traditional ingredients, but the taste has to be adapted to, let's go to Mexico. And we're gonna do our research for some Mexican users and see if Japanese traditional cakes can be sold in the Mexican land. The target audience. Let's be precise here and mimic what would someone enter if you want to go into that market. 45 years old, housewife, Mexican, working woman, having kids, and nice social life. Okay, so just give here the details. Looking for the new natural products, good for health, but likes sweets. So in the Gemini.md file, we already set the report requirements with the headings, but here the form gives you also the opportunity to add some more. So here it says example, the length for the report requirement, the tone, even if you have the tone set also in the environment variables. 500 words, well structured with headings, advice section in how they could be influenced to buy those new not familiar products. In parentheses, I just write Japanese wagashi base cake. They're not familiar with that. And we're doing a little recon, marketing recon, just to see how it's gonna, if there's any potential. And we ask for rating also. Confidence level in convincing the target audience. This is our rating. And why this rate? So we want also the agent to explain us the confidence rating and all requirements for nice marketing report. So I'm just being general here that you can add, giving some freedom. Discord webhook URL. We have it already in the environment variables. That's why I just write already done. We generate the report. First shot, internal server error. That's good. That's what you would do. You don't know about coding. Just copy the error. Got an error when running the app from the web UI. Got the form. But this error appeared in the web UI. And after you paste the error, you go into your terminal you copy the backend message, which has the details of the error, and this is the backend terminal error. That's it. You don't need to know more than that. You just put it in and you let the agent fix it for you. That's the new era, where the barrier to creating your own utility application is broken. Now there is more possibilities for you to create whatever you want to make. Imagine that you have your own local agent, that you have downloaded your own model. That means you don't even need an internet connection to make those applications, which is pretty interesting. That's what I've been focusing on in this channel, is to work on local LLMs, just using small 7 billion parameters models, making some different flows, applications, and so on. Now we're using a powerful model. So when you come from using the small models, local ones, and you touch into those big models, it becomes so easy to build. Make sure the error is fixed, as I don't know how to code and want to impress everyone in the manga kisa of Shibuya. It has to work from the next run. Otherwise, I won't be able to watch next episode of Naruto without sound and get free drinks. Let's send this one. Do you understand me? And see what is going to be doing. So this Gemini CLI has some personality. That's what you won't see in any other YouTube tutorial about Gemini CLI, and that you can see here. And I'll be showing you what is going to happen because of this. I have an updated instruction, MD, okay, that's what we got before. Okay, so it has updated the instruction file. Those are the changes. Still using the CLI. So I told you I'm not sure that it's going to work with the CLI straight away. So I might need to tell it to just get the Python package of Gemini, so that we can use that SDK. That's Google Gemini SDK. I mean Google AI. Let's just see. Just gonna check. Okay, 2.5 Pro. Still using subprocess. Okay, getting the prompt and the output, the brand voice from the environment variable. We use the 2.5 Pro. We call it Gemini CLI with the flag MI and O. Input, output, and model. Understand, I've made application more robust. Proactive check in the app. I will display a clear error message. Okay. These changes should prevent the error you saw and make it much cleaner. What to do if the Gemini command is not installed, and so on. So in the instruction file, it tells us how to fix it and use the Gemini CLI. But it's easier to use the other one, just to tell you that you can do whatever you want. If you want to have multi-agent, multi-Gemini CLI instances launched, you can create that. But let's here be simple, because I want it to work quick, so that you can see in this video that you can make it. Just using natural language, interpreting the CLI with some extra requests. The Gemini command need to be installed from the requirement, and we need to have a normal Gemini API call, just the normal SDK. That's what I'm going to ask for. So here, when I launch the application, for example, with this fix, it's just going to give us better error messages. I'm just going to copy those and give it. It's a fake error because I'm just telling it I get this error. That's why I prefer to use the SDK. Okay, so now it's going to modify the code to get the Google SDK downloaded. This is a good way to do it, because if you go through the documentation, it's going to tell you this one, Google Generative AI. That's what you're going to find. So that you're not confused, because in the documentation, that's what you're going to see. Let's use what is in the doc. The Gemini CLI itself can be used also as a sub-process. This is more for engineers when we want to build very scalable applications, because we need parallelism. Here we got the settings, the JSON. That's where you can add your MCP. This is in the .gemini folder that you have in the root of your home directory. And you can see the history of the different prompts that we've sent through the Gemini CLI. So it's very detailed here. We can also see the chats. Just to navigate through and show you what's behind the scene. Okay, the requirement here, you put it twice, so I'm just going to delete once. We just need one line, not two. And after here, I'm just going to install the new requirement, new dependency. It's all in the instruction file that you would have to follow. But we're just doing it a little bit quicker now that you understand what's the flow. You don't know anything, you open that file. I'm just going to reload the same form with the same data. Failed to generate. Please, API missing. Okay. I don't know anything about coding. I just come here, got this error. We are almost there. Do the last fix. So I believe here is the model. It has changed the model for one that we don't have any free tier. So you see here is using Gemini 1.5 Pro. It has changed the code, it has fixed everything, but the model is not the right one. So you just copy and paste. Even if we know what's the issue, here we are in the boots of someone who doesn't know anything about coding. Copy and paste the error. You say, this is from the web UI. You paste the error. This is from the terminal. You paste the error. Please fix it. And it's going to start working. Okay. We can see here 429, you exceeded your current quota. I don't have any quota for this model, for sure. Violation, and here Gemini 1.5 Pro. Let's check the script to see if it has changed. I'm just going to grep model 1.5 Pro, as you can see, latest. So that's why it's not working. And now here it has completed the task. I understand the frustration. The error means you're making too many requests to the Gemini API. Okay, so now let's just say, no, the issue is the model. I told you 2.5 Pro, but you used 1.5 Pro. Change that, and it should be fine to work. Or put a performant model that has large free tier. So any flash something model, like the Flash Pro, but 2.5 Pro should do it, should have nice free tier. So if you don't want to pay at the moment, I suggest you to just use the Google Gemini 2.5 Pro through the Gemini CLI. And you can work with that. It's very generous free tier. And here we got it swapped. We can see the Git changes. Okay, this was the previous error, automatic retries. So now the application is even better because there are some retries. It's going to call the API once, there is an error, it's going to wait and call it again, and incrementally wait and call before failing. So you can see here there is the context left. So 97% of context left. So we've been going back and forth with the model. We're sending this huge Gemini.md prompt, but it has been cached, I believe. So not every single request is using that. That's how they get an efficient context management by using under the hood some caching. So we're gonna wait a little bit and see how long it's gonna take. The messages charging the laser, pew pew. So you will see that I'm just zooming in so that you can see blowing on the cartridge. While we're waiting, it's been 3 minutes. This one is a bit scary, consulting the digital spirits. So we might need to be polite when talking to those AIs, as we can see that it's playing a bit. Cartridge, pew pew, spirits, assembling the interwebs. Testing the snowberries. So you got those little messages while you're waiting. Pretty cool. And yeah, just wanted to show you the personality. Why did the computer go to therapy? I had too many bytes. Okay. This is a computer humor. Wear your glasses, and you enter in your nerd funny moment. Okay, after 5 minutes we are done. Absolutely right. I apologize for the mistake. I have now corrected the model. It should resolve. I just checked the instructions. Just get this. I don't know about coding. I forgot how to open the app. Now the app is opened. I use the same form. I generate the report. There's no error. That means that maybe something is going on. Yes. Report generated successfully. Report successfully posted to Discord. I download the report. And here we go. We get the markdown report with the links. I go to Discord. We got the message. We can expand to see the report in Discord. Pretty nice. Okay. So it's a bit long like that, so I'm just going to open it in VS Code here. I don't use VS Code, but it opens automatically in my Windows computer because I'm using WSL. The Mexican city market presents a viable opportunity for the wagashi cake. Adapted it for the local taste. Success will depend on the testing in a video. Just you can stop the video to read it, but this is a nice market research done. It's Google, it's using internet search. Okay. Audience insight, the target consumer is a discerning buyer who values quality, natural ingredients, and so on. Channel and messages IDs, market hooks. Get the 3 market hooks. Okay. Discover the balance. Call to action. 60 characters. Call to action. Order for your next event. Discover a natural flavor. Hashtags. Wagashi Mexico. Channels, Instagram, Facebook, gourmet markets, pop-up partnership, advice for market entry and confidence level. So you see here there are some more headings than what we've asked in the Gemini.md because we have we have put more details in what we want in the report in the form. Confidence level 7 out of 10. So if someone is interested to launch this kind of product, this is a very promising product for Mexico. 7 out of 10 it's a good score. The initial marketing fails to communicate the product appeals, it will struggle to gain. But when we read the details, we see that it's not going to be easy. Risk and unknown. Okay, test profile mismatch. I just check the links. Sometimes the links are fake, so one link doesn't work, this one works. So it gives you some website that you can check, which are local websites. Third link doesn't work. This is the fourth link. Okay, here. All right. So we are done. We got our app running. Every day we can just come open it. To close, you just go /quit and you get this nice report. Let's look at the report together. It's a pretty interesting report. We can see the tool calls, 38 tool calls, 95% of success rate, hold time 1 hour 20, agent active 42 minutes for API time 39 minutes. And we can see here the most interesting part. We're using 2.5 Pro, but it's a mix of different models. It's using flashlight and 2.5 flash as well. So this is very insightful. Mainly the bigger model is working, and the smaller models also, they have a little bit of tasks. We have seen that with Gemini CLI, you can create a quick application for your daily needs. We used Gemini 2.5 Pro generous free tier. We have a form with an agent that can research the internet and tell us about a product potential in a certain market. A nice insight product recon app that we built in just less than an hour. This year, as I have expected it in January, is definitely Chinese AI and Google coming as a pillar of the AI game with OpenAI, Anthropic and Mistral. This is the direction we're heading towards too. Anyone can do its utility application. The limit is in how creative you are. It is all about prompting. As time goes, the closer it is understanding how to build applications from Mr. Everyday natural language requests. For engineers, as building more complex applications, prompt structuring is key. To use agentic flows. That is what Codex is using, as you can run several tasks in parallel. Okay, let's stop here. Hope that you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.